தமிழ்லேயே பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன்ப்பா. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me in Tamil itself. Okay, so no doubts. So I will continue my class. Right now I am in a 15th slide. So I will explain once again. Okay, so starting from the problem. Okay, so this one is our problem. Okay, so a line AB measuring 80 mm length. So actually 80 mm is two line. Okay, and it is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to V. So it is a both inclined condition. Point A is 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of VP. So we have to create a diagram for this. So initially you have to create a reference line, name as X and Y, and also you have to mention the plane name VP, HP. Next, you have to create the point called A. So for this, actually you have to create a 20 mm horizontal line that is above reference line, okay, and 30 mm horizontal line that should be below the reference line. And also with it, you have to create a vertical point. So the reason for creating a vertical point is the point A and A dash should be in a straight line. So for the condition itself, we are creating a vertical line. Okay, so now you can name it as A dash and A, and also you have to name the horizontal line. So the name of our horizontal line is locus of A dash and also locus of A. Okay, so next you have to create the true length line. Okay, so the name of the line itself, it is a true length line. That means it should have a length of 80 mm. So it will vary for each and every problem, because for this problem the length is 80 mm. Okay, and the angle that is inclined to HP, that is 30 degree. So inclined to HP is 30 degree. So you have to create a inclined line that should be 30 degree inclined and the length of 80 mm. So at the end of this line, you'll be getting a one point. So the name of the point is B1 dash. Okay, and also with that you have to create a horizontal line here. So the name of the line, so name of the point is B1 dash, and also the name of the line is locus of B dash. ஸோ நிறையா ஸ்லைடில் என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷனில் மாறி இருக்கு. ஸோ த நேம் ஆஃப் த லைன் இஸ் லோக்கஸ் ஆஃப் பி டேஷ் இஸ் அ ஃபைனல் ஒன். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ வித் தட் யூ ஹாவ் டு கிரியேட் அ vertical line that is from the point called B1 dash. So actually you have to project a vertical line up to the line called locus of A. Okay, so next you have to create another true length line. Okay, so the inclined angle of the line is 45 degree to VP. It is available in the problem itself, and also the length is same for 80 mm. Okay, so you'll be getting another one more endpoint. So at this endpoint, you have to create a horizontal line. So the name of the endpoint is B2, and the name of the line is locus of B. It is not B2, it is locus of B. Okay, so next you have to create an arc. So you have to place the needle of your compass exactly at A. You have to measure the length of AB1. So create an arc. The arc should be up to locus of B. So you'll be getting a point called B. So you can connect these 2 points. Okay, so the name of the line will be top view. So next you have to do, so you have to create a you have to create a vertical line that is from the point called B2. So this is the line. So the line should be up to locus of A dash. Clear? So it is இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பண்ணதே தான்ப்பா. ஸோ இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம், B1 டேஷை வந்து எது வரைக்கும் ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணோம், அப் டு locus of A. So like that you have to project B2 up to locus of A dash. Same thing. Okay, so next you have to create an arc. So the needle of the compass should be exactly placed at A dash. So you have to create an arc. Okay, so that should be up to locus of B dash. So you can name it as B dash. Okay, and also you have to connect these B dash and A dash. So the name of the line will be front view. Okay, so up to this I have told you in our last hour. And also with it I have forgotten to told you this. So the angle, inclined angle to HP will be named as theta, and also with that the inclined angle to the VP will be named as phi. Okay, it should be noted as theta, and also it should be noted as phi. Okay, so now we have created the front view and top view. Okay, so next we have to mention the dimensions, and also we have to find out the four values. So the four values are the length of the front view, length of top view, and the angle of front view and the angle of top view. So you have to mention these four values at the end of the problem. Okay, so there is one technique that is used to check whether your problem is right or wrong. Okay, so this technique is followed for all kind of problems, all kind of both inclined problems. So the technique is at the end of front view and top view, you can create a vertical line. So if you are creating a vertical line from B dash, it should go up to B. So it should be a vertical line. That means the angle of the line should be 90 degree. ஸோ இப்படி 90 டிகிரிக்கு ஒரு வெர்டிக்கல் லைன் கிரியேட் ஆகும்போது 2 பாயிண்ட்டும் ஸ்ட்ரைட் லைனில் வந்துச்சுன்னா யுவர் ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் ரைட். ஓகே, ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் ரிமெம்பர் ஒன் திங். Front view starting point and top view starting point will be in a same vertical line. Same like the front view ending point and top view ending point will be in a same vertical line. If you create a diagram like this, your problem is right. If there is any problem, for example, so I'm creating a front view like this, and I'm creating a top view like this. So I'm connecting these 2 points. If it goes straight like this, okay, then the problem is okay. இப்போ நான் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா front view ஓட எண்டை கனெக்ட் பண்ணுறேன். So it goes like this. That means I have a extra projection. அப்படின்னா என்னோட problem is wrong. Okay, so this is the checking method. So next, so you can mention the names. So here it is mentioned as TL. So what is meant by TL?
True line.
True line. So what is meant by FV?
Front view.
Front. So this one is also TL. So it is true line. So this one is TV. That means top view. So next you have to mark the dimensions. Okay. So the dimension. What are the dimensions that is available in the problem? So
FVTV மென்ஷன் பண்ணுமாங்க சார்?
கம்பல்சரி பண்ணணும்ப்பா.
அப்போ மற்ற எல்லா ப்ராப்ளமுமே பண்ணுமாங்க சார்?
பண்ணணும் கண்ணா, அது பண்ணணும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி பண்ண வேண்டாம். ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் ரிமெம்பர் ஒன் திங், இந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் FVன்னு மென்ஷன் பண்ண வேண்டாம். ஸோ எப்படி பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா, யூ ஹாவ் டு கிரியேட் அ டூ லைன் லைக் திஸ். ஸோ அது வந்து டைமென்ஷன் என்ன கிராஸ் ஆகக்கூடாது. யூ ஹாவ் டு கிரியேட் அ டூ லைன்ஸ் லைக் திஸ். ஸோ இன் பிட்வீன் தீஸ் டூ லைன்ஸ் யூ ஹாவ் டு மென்ஷன் இட் as front view like this with the capital letter. ஸோ நீங்கள் அசைன்மெண்ட் ஃபஸ்ட்டு கிளாஸ் ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்களே, ஸோ லைக் தட். கீழே வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க, சேம் லைக் தட் யூ ஹேவ் டு கிரியேட் அ டூ horizontal line. So in between the two horizontal line you have to write it as top view. Okay. So what are the dimensions are available in this problem? So one is 80 mm, so it is a true length, and another one is 30 degree to HP, and another one is 40 degree to VP. Next 20 mm above HP and 30 mm in front of VP. So these are all the 5 dimensions that is given in this problem. So you have to mark the 5 dimensions compulsorily. Okay. So the first one, 80 mm length. So that is exactly marked here. So either you can mark the 80 mm length at here, or else you can work it here. Because we are having two true line. You don't have to mention the same dimension for 2 times. So either you can mark the dimension near to front view or else near to top view. And also please remember one thing, the projection line and also the dimension line should not cross the component line. Okay. ஸோ இதில் வந்து கிராஸ் ஆகாத மாதிரி கொடுத்துருக்கோம், அதே மாதிரி தான் கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ now we got one dimension. So next dimension is 30 degree to HP. So that is what marked here, 30 degree. And next one is 45 degree to VP. That is what marked here. And next one is 20 mm above HP. That is what marked here. And next one is 30 mm in front of VP. That is what exactly marked here. So now we have all the 5 dimensions in the diagram. So it is a very, very important one. And the name for this locuses that are locus of A dash. So this one is locus of B dash, not B1 dash. So please remember the locus of B dash. So this one is locus of A and this one is locus of B. So everyone should follow this for all problems. So lines வர எல்லா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்க்கு இதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிடுங்க. Okay. So next thing. So இது வந்து இந்த ப்ராப்ளம்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ணல. Next thing you have to mark the length of the front view. Okay, and you have to mark the length of the top view. Okay, and you have to mention the angle of the front view with the help of alpha unit, and also you have to mention the angle of top view with the help of unit called beta. It is not B, it is actually beta. Okay, so you have to measure these values from the diagram. Okay, so you can measure the length of this front view with the help of your scale, right? And also you can measure the length of the top view with the help of your scale, and you have to mention the length exactly at here. Now you can mark it as, for example, if you are getting 50 mm of front view length, you can mark it as 50 mm. So ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணால் ப்ராப்ளமோட எண்டில் ரிசல்ட் எழுதுவீங்கல்ல ஒரு ப்ராப்ளமேட்டிக் சப்ஜெக்டில், அந்த மாதிரி என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க, you can create a box. Okay, so in that box you have to mention the length of the front view. For example, if it is 50 mm, you can directly mark it as 50 mm. Now you can use this unit. Next you have to measure the top view length, and with the help of your protractor or pro circle you have to measure the angle of this. Sorry. You have to measure the angle of this. So it will be more than theta. Okay, it will be more than theta. You have to mention this angle exactly at here because this one is front view angle. So you can mark it as alpha. Here you have to measure the angle of top view and you can mention the angle here. So the notation is beta. So it is not B, it is beta. Okay, so these are all the 4 values you have to mention it for each and every problem. In some problems, they will directly give you the length of front view, top view. But in that kind of problem, you will not get the value of true length. Okay, so that means you have to reverse the problem. Initially, you have to create the front view and top view. Then you have to reverse the problem. Okay. So that I will tell you in our next hours. So is there any doubt in this? And if you are having any doubts, you can ask me, or else I will move on to the next problem. So now for this today's class work, you have to draw this diagram. நான் இன்னைக்கு என்னென்னலாம் எடுக்கிறனோ அது எல்லாத்தையும் இந்த கிளாஸ் ஒர்க்கில் முடிச்சிடணும். Okay, so inclined to a single plane. So in that condition, we have discussed about 4 problems. You have to draw the 4 problems and also I will discuss 2 problems in the category called inclined to both the two. So that means you have to draw at least 6 problems for your today's classwork. Okay. Will I move to the second problem?
சார் லெஃப்ட் ஆர் ரைட் எங்கே வேணால் அந்த இது போட்டுக்கலாமாங்க சார்?
Box star.
எஃப் எஸ் சார்.
அது ஒன்றும் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை, இப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
ஓகேங்க சார்.
It is a result, அவ்வளோதான். So you can mark your result either you can, if you're having a page below this diagram, you can mention the values directly below the diagram. அப்போ ரைட் சைடில் பேஜ் இருந்து ரைட் சைடில் ஃபில்அப் பண்ணால் லெஃப்ட் சைடில் லெஃப்ட் சைடில். ஸோ இதுக்கு வந்து இந்த டபுள் லைன்ஸ் எல்லாம் போட்டுருக்க வேண்டாம். ஓகே, ஸோ இட் இஸ் அ ரிசல்ட். ஸோ டைரக்டாக எடுத்து எழுதிடுங்க. பட் அட்லீஸ்ட் யூ ஹாவ் டு ஃபாலோ த ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் த லெட்டர்ஸ். So next problem, a line PQ. So here the name of the line is PQ. Okay, that line PQ 75 mm long. So P is 50 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP. Q is 15 mm in front of VP and is above HP. So in our previous problem, we have only one condition. Okay, so what is the condition? In our previous problem, we had only one condition for point called A. So we don't have to consider the point called B. But in this problem, they have given a condition for point P and also point Q. Okay. But we don't have the angles. So it is a both inclined problem, but also with that, we don't have the angles. So for the condition itself, we are having the 2 points distance. So we are having the distance for point P and also we are having the distance for point Q. So if you know the distance for these 2 points, you don't have to worry about the diagonal. Okay. So I will read the problem once again. A line PQ 75 mm long, P is 50 mm in front of VP, 15 mm above HP, and point Q is 15 mm in front of VP and is above HP. So what is this? And is above HP. So there is no dimension here. Actually, it is above HP, but we don't know whether what is the distance between the reference line to the endpoint. It is above HP. So we have to find the value. Okay. So next, so in this problem, we are having the value for top view. So top view of PQ is 50 mm long. So in our previous problem, actually we found the value for top view, right? So sorry. So we got the value for top view. But in this problem, in the problem itself, we are having the value for top view. It is 50 mm long. But actually the true length is 75 mm. Okay. So what is the data we have to find? Find the front view length and the true inclinations. So what is called true inclinations? So in our previous problem, finally we got the value for front view, top view, and front view angle, top view angle. Actually, the given data that is true inclination. We have the value for true inclination. These are all the true inclination values. But in this problem, we don't have the true inclination value. That means we have to find the value for theta, and also we have to find the value for phi. Okay. So that are all the two values. அதாவது ட்ரூ லென்த்தோட ஆங்கிள் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ப்ராப்ளமில் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க, ஆனால் இந்த ப்ராப்ளமில் நாம தான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். And also with that, we have to find the length of the front view. So at the end of this problem, you have to mention these 3 values. Okay. Shall I proceed with the problem? Any doubts with this question? Okay. So initially, you have to create the reference line, and next you can use the first condition. That means P is 50 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP. So So for that, you have to create a horizontal line that should be 50 mm from the reference line and 15 mm above the reference line. Okay, so someone please tell me what is the notation that we can allot for this point and this point, and what is the name of this line and what is the name of this line. யாரா சொல்லுங்கப்பா.
So
Locus
points are
P and locus P dash, sir.
Okay, this one is P dash
P dash and P.
P. So what is the name of this line? This line. What is the name of this line? Horizontal line.
Locus P dash, sir.
Locus of P dash. This one is locus of P. Okay, so that is what mentioned. So notation is P dash, and here it is P. So we have to mark it as locus of P dash, and here we can mark it as locus of P. So next we have to proceed with the second condition. So what is the second condition? Actually, we are having the value for Q also. So actually we have a value for Q. Whatever value there, no value, and is above HP. Here we don't have the value. Okay, so you can mark the first point values. So that means Q is 15 mm in front of VP. That means you can create a line that should have a 15 mm distance from the reference line. Here the condition is in front. If it is in front, you have to mark below the reference line. Okay, we can able to create the reference line. Sorry, we can able to create the locus, but we don't have to. We should not mark the second point. ஏன்னா இந்த 15 mm லைனில் எங்கே வேணாலும் பாயிண்ட் வரலாம். either we can mark the second point here, here, or else here. எங்கே வேணாலும் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வரலாம், கரெக்டா? So you can able to create only the locus. You can't able to create the point. So இந்த கண்டிஷன் வச்சு என்னால் லோக்கஸ் மட்டும் தான் கிரியேட் பண்ண முடியும், பாயிண்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்? We can use this value. The length of the top view is 50 mm. So if this is locus of P, what will be the name of this locus? கம்பல்சரி ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் 4 லோக்கஸ் தான் வரும். ஸோ ரெஃபரன்ஸ் லைனுக்கு மேலே 2 லோக்கஸ், ரெஃபரன்ஸ் லைனுக்கு கீழே 2 லோக்கஸ்.
Q.
Locus of Q. It is locus of Q. So if it is locus of Q, the endpoint of the true line and also the endpoint of the top view line will be, sorry, endpoint of the true line illa, endpoint of the top view. Endpoint of the top view will be available here. In the line compulsory endpoint of the top view varum. You can refer the previous problem also. You will be getting the top view exactly on the locus of Q. So I'm moving to the first problem. So this one is the locus of B, right? Actually, you are getting the endpoint of top view exactly on the locus of B. Same like that in this problem also, you will be getting the endpoint of the top view exactly on this horizontal line. You know the length of the top view, right? That is 50 mm. And also you know the starting point of this top view. என்ன பண்ணலாம்? You know the starting point, you know the ending line, and also you know the value of the top view. You can take your compass with a measurement of 50 mm. Okay, so you can place the needle exactly on the point called P. So you can mark an arc. So the arc should cut the locus of. Okay, you can place your compass exactly at P with a value of 50 mm. So create an arc. So the arc should cut the locus of Q. Now you can connect the point called P and the point called Q. So this one is our top view. Okay, now we got the value for, sorry, now we got the diagram for top view. So next என்ன proceed பண்ணலாம்? This is what the given data. Next என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Condition is format similar. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பார்த்தோம் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம், அதே format. There is no changes in the format. There will be only changes in the condition. Same format. What is our next step? So in our previous problem, initially we have created true line, right? So நான் ஒரு diagram draw பண்றேன் பாருங்க. So previous problem ஓட diagram இதே இதுல. So initially என்ன பண்ணோம்? First we have created a true line. Okay. Then we have projected the true line up to locus of P. Then we have created an arc for creating the top. So now we have the top view. So true line, now the true line la irundhu top view create பண்ண என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஒரு vertical line draw பண்ணி arc அடிப்போம், correct? Now we have the top view, so we have to create the true line. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணலாம், அப்படியே reverse. If you are creating a top view from true line, you have to create a vertical line and arc. If you are creating a true line from the top view, initially you have to create the arc, then only you have to create the vertical line. Okay, so you have to reverse the process. So that is what happened here. You can place your compass exactly at here with a value of 50 mm. You can create an arc, so the arc should touches the locus of P. Okay, so you can name it as Q1. So next we have to create a vertical line, right? So the vertical line. So this is what the vertical line. So there is no end for this vertical line, because if you are having a locus out here, you can project up to that. But we don't know the value of locus of Q dash because the value is unknown. So here the value is unknown. It is above HP, but the value is unknown. So what you can do, you can project the vertical line up to a particular point. So there is no end for this line. Okay. Is there any doubt up to this? Okay. So next we can create the Q1 dash. எப்படி create ஆச்சுப்பா? So Q1 dash, P dash, Q1 dash. எதுக்கு சொல்லுவோம்? If you are connecting a line between P dash and Q1 dash, what is the name of this line?
True line.
True line. Correct answer. So the name of the line is true line. Okay. Actually, you know the value for the true line, right? It is 75 mm long. So what you can do is you can create a vertical line. Next, you have to take the value of this 75 mm length. Okay, in your compass. So you have to place the needle of the compass exactly at P dash. Actually, you know the vertical line. So the value of 75 will cut exactly somewhere on this vertical line. So ஏதாவது ஒரு இடத்துல கண்டிப்பா கட் ஆகத்தானே செய்யும், compulsory. So that is what happened here. Okay, so from P you have to place the compass. So the length of this line should be 75. So with the 75 mm length you can cut a arc. So that will cut the line called Q1 dash. So that end point will be marked as q1 dash. You can connect these endpoint, okay, and also you can create the locus now. So the name of this locus is locus of q dash. It is not q1 dash, it is locus of q dash. Okay, is clear? Next, you can connect these 2 points. So the name of the line is true line. So what is our next step?
Finding true inclinations.
True inclinations, okay. So before that, we have to draw the front view, right? So நம்மளோட டேட்டாஸ் அதை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் கம்பல்சரி ஓகே சொன்னது கரெக்ட் தான். So before finding this true inclination, we have to draw the front view first. So in our previous problem, I told you how to check the problem whether it is right or wrong. There is a method, right? So you can use that method. That means the endpoint of the top view and the endpoint of the front view will be in a vertical line. Okay. Now you know that the endpoint of the front view will be available exactly on this horizontal line. So you can project the endpoint of the top view up to the locus of q1 dash. So that is what happened here. So you can project the endpoint of the top view up to the locus. So this one is the endpoint of front view. You can name it as q dash. Okay, if you are connecting these 2 points, you will be getting front view. Okay, but any doubts? Okay, so next, actually, there is another one more step. Actually, we have to find the true inclinations, right? That means we have to find the value for theta and also we have to find the value for phi. Actually, here we are having the value for theta. That means we have to find the value for phi also. அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணணும், கீழேயும் ஒரு ட்ரூ லைன் ட்ரா பண்ணி ஆகணும். So the procedure for creating the true line from the front view is reverse procedure. That means you have to create a arc first, then you have to create the vertical line. So that is what happened here. So you can place your compass exactly on the point called P dash. So you can cut a arc with the value of front view length. So this point end will be marked as Q2 dash. Now you can project this Q2 dash up to locus of P, sorry, locus of Q. Okay, you can project this Q2 dash up to locus of Q. So it will cut the locus. So this point will be marked as Q2. Now you can connect these 2 points. That means the point called P and also the point called Q2. When connecting these 2 points, you will be getting another one more true line. So the angle of this true line will be marked as phi. Okay. And also finally you have to do the dimensions that is exactly available on the problem. That means you have to mark the true length. So that is what marked here. And you have to mark the 50 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP. So that is what happened here. And 15 mm in front of VP. So that is what happened here. So next one is the length of the top view is 50 mm. So that is what mentioned here. So finally, you have to write the length of front view while measuring the front view. For that, you have to use your normal scale. So you can measure these 2 endpoints. So you'll be getting the length of this front view. And the true inclinations, that means you have to measure this, means you'll be getting theta. If you are measuring this angle, you'll be getting, sorry, not alpha. It's actually phi. Okay, so you can take out the values of theta and phi. That is what expected in the problem. So சொல்லிருக்காங்களா? So the value of theta and the value of phi. So like this. So the length of the front view is 66 mm and the angle of theta is 48 degree and the angle of phi is 28 degree. If you need it, you can measure the angle of alpha also, if it is needed. And also you can measure the angle of theta. So problemல கேட்டிருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னா front view top view angles கேட்டிருந்தாங்கன்னா you can measure the values also. Okay na? So any doubts? Okay, pa. If you are not having any doubts, please remember one thing: you have to draw these 6 problems. Okay, you have to draw the 6 problems for today's classwork. And Monday I will be teaching the 3rd problem. Okay, and also with that I will teach you one more problem. That is a from center projection of lines. The heading of the problem will be midpoint problem. Okay, so I will teach you 4 types of problems in the both inclined condition. So after completing this 4 problem, you will be having one tutorial maybe on Friday, next Friday or next Wednesday. So Monday உனக்கு நான் 2 ப்ராப்ளம் டீச் பண்ணி முடிச்சிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா you will be having tutorial on Wednesday. ஒருவேளை என்னால் மண்டே முடிக்க முடியல அப்படின்னா you will be having tutorial on Friday. So in that tutorial you have to draw a projection of line that comes under the 6th category. So first 5 categories la na உங்களுக்கு tutorial கொடுக்க மாட்டேன், only on 6th category. That means both inclined condition. So for that you have to draw these 4 problems. Then you உனக்கு draw பண்ண தெரிஞ்சது அப்படின்னா you can able to solve the tutorial problem easily. Okay, so regarding the exam point of view, you have to draw these diagrams within 15 minutes. Okay, appa? You have to draw this single problem within 15 minutes, not 50. 15 நிமிஷத்துல. புரியுதா? Same roll number 52.
Yes, sir.
இந்த ரெக்கார்டும் உங்களோட டைப்ல தான் சேவ் ஆகும். இதையும் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Okay, sir.